Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list for the 27th of June, Thursday. This will be our last video until Sunday. So this channel will be dark until Sunday, all right? So just a heads up on that. So mixed market today. We had the Dow Jones minus 11. The transports were up 67. The S&P 500 minus 4. And the Nasdaq was plus 25 today. Was kind of a bounce and fade market today. Day trades are out here. Crypto stocks traded a lot of crypto stocks today. Traded Micron Technologies after its earnings intraday today. AMD was a good trader. We traded that one over 30.05 today. And last night I spoke about this IPO GO. That made a big move up over $31.55 on that one. So, there's selective trades intraday. Now, as far as swing trades, we are moving into some of the smaller caps right now. Like we did a swing trade on Mara. We're looking at some of the small oil stocks for swing trades. I won't go into all of them, but some of the bigger names, really can't do any swing trades with the bigger names right now. It's they're bouncing all over the place. Let's see, we had Google and Facebook kind of took a hit today. Trump says the U.S. Should sue Facebook and Google in latest complaint. So that sent Google down. What popped the markets up today? Mnuchin, we are about 90% of the way on a China trade deal, and there's a path to complete this. So that's what got the futures bouncing this morning. So they pushed the futures up, and but then we ended up, in a mixed market. Apple was up 2.22%. Amazon was up 1%. Microsoft bouncing back a little bit. We talked about Facebook, JP Morgan, and some of the banks got a little bit of buying. Citigroup here got a 1% bounce today. MasterCard was getting a little bit of buying. Boeing ended up today, up 1.5% on BA. AbbVie bounced off the lows from yesterday. AbbVie up 3.5% on that name. Your energy sector, oil moving up today. ConocoPhillips was up. Oxy moving up today. So your oil stocks were getting some buying. And the oil and gas names like the service sector, the OIH names, Schlumberger, Halliburton, things like that were getting buying today as oil. There was a drawdown in the EIA petroleum report. Comes out at 10:30. Normally on Wednesdays, unless it's a holiday, then they shift it over to Thursday. But anyway, it was a drawdown, and so that was pushing oil up today. Some of your unusual options activity, courtesy of the trade exchange, NVIDIA, SE, MNK, DBX, SFIX, Yelp had some unusual call activity to the put side, Tesla, TSLA, MYGN put activity there, unusual call options activity courtesy of the trade exchange. Check them out if you're looking for a good audio news service, very reasonably priced. If you're on a budget, check out the trade exchange. Tomorrow, for economic information, you have at 8:30 the GDP revision coming out for tomorrow, so that might be market moving there. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You get Nat Gas report at 10:30, and we get the pending home sales at 10 o'clock for tomorrow. Let's see, as far as earnings, we had KB Homes, one of the bigger names that came out with earnings after the bell tonight, and Rite Aid and Pier 1 Imports came out with earnings this morning. You had BlackBerry, didn't fare too well this morning after their earnings release. WBA, Walgreens Boots Alliance reporting before the open tomorrow. WBA, ConAgra, McCormick, Nike after the bell Thursday. So Nike, Constellation Brands, STZ, Jinko Solar, JKS symbols there. So the cryptos were popping today, as you can see from this Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin went from 11,000, was almost up to 14,000 today for Bitcoin. So as you can imagine, the crypto stocks were popping up today. Let's go ahead and check out a little bit of the after hours news. KBH had earnings. They beat by 12 cents. Revenue beat. It's a home builder moving up, holding on to the gains in after hours. We also got, let's see, PIR, Pier 1 Imports. So that stock moving down on their earnings report. Rite Aid, RAD, that one selling off after they reported their earnings. We'll scroll through here. Rite Aid earnings per share missed by 7 cents and revenue missed there for that one. Let's see, Fizz had some news. Let's see, National Beverage update shareholders and consumers. Fizz reporting fiscal year 2019 earnings per share $3.02 lower year over year for FIZZ, sorry. So that stock, not much going on in that name on Fizz. See if we had any other news. MGI, MoneyGram International reports successful refinancing. So this one was actually moving up in after hours. I caught a trade in this in the after hours. Caught it right here at around 280, popped up to 306. They had news after the bell. DOVA is currently halted. DOVA. Ears had some news in the after hours tonight. EARS, that stock is popping up after hours tonight. Some of your top insider purchases, Jill and CHAP. Those are some of your top insider purchases tonight. Once again, this news courtesy of the Trade Exchange. This is their news box, and then what they do is they audio all this news throughout the day. So a really nice service. Check it out, thetradeexchange.com. Let's go ahead and look at some of the top sectors today. So MU came out with earnings and ignited the semiconductor space today. SMH back over the 50 SMA, but a little bit of a topping candle again here on the SMH. We'll see if we're going to get a continuation move in the SMH. So it was up almost 3% on the day as that positive earnings came out from MU. So just take a look at the MU chart here. Nice pop in MU over the low. So here's your earnings gap. You see all the volume that came into Micron today. That was moving up. Names like WDC was moving up. AMD, we traded this one coming up over $30.05. So we caught it right on the open. AMD right here, and it popped up. See a lot of this. You get these quick pops in the morning, and then everything kind of just trailed off, and then you see really not much action at all in the afternoon. Let's look at MU. MU was a little bit better. We caught a trade in this one today also, not here, but later in the session. We caught it right in this area, coming back above VWAP for a nice move up on MU. Some other sectors that were moving up. Oil was moving up today, as we talked about. Tensions with Iran continued to heat up. The OIH itself was up 2.5% for the day. To the downside today, we had the IYR moving down. A lot of interest-bearing ETFs were moving down today. The IBB dropped 1% on the day. Over in our sectors for today, you had the XOP, which is the oil and exploration. That was up over 3% on the day. XME was up almost 2% on the day. XLE was up 1.5%. XLK also jumping 1% for the day. If we go ahead and look at the downside, utilities, interest ETF here down 2%. The XLP, that was the consumer staples, that dropped 1.5% on the day. XLV in the healthcare space there. big candle down, breaking down below the momentum moving averages here. That was down 1.25% on the day. Let's go get into the watch list for tomorrow. Keep your eye on Cliffs holding up well here in this consolidation. Looks like it needs to get up over maybe 1040 or so. You might get that 1050 break. A lot of the steel names are holding up pretty well. U.S. Steel also basing here below 1530 or so on U.S. Steel. RS, Reliance Steel moving up strong. AKS, another steel name popping up today. Let's check STLD. They're rolled steel. That is back above the 50 SMA. So keep an eye on Cliffs. May want to make a move, in the next few days or tomorrow or next week. By the way, for the markets, Friday is the last day of the quarter. It's the last day of the week, obviously, and the last trading day of the month this coming Friday. We could get some end of the month movement here, end of the quarter movement on Friday. Should be interesting. Like we said, the SMH. I'm sorry, not the SMH. The SPY. Let's look at it on a regular market hours chart here. Sorry, a daily chart. So the SPY still below the 10 SMA. So a lot of pops are getting faded into still. All right, on the SPY, we'll see how the futures do tonight. All right, so Cliffs was our first stock that we talked about on the watch list. Ears moving in the after hours, popping up. So we'll have it on watch. Usually not in love with this thing to intraday trade it on ears. They recently did a reverse split back on May 1st, 1 for 20 reverse split. So we'll see on that one. A lot of these crypto names were popping today. GCAP, over 500,000 shares came into GCAP. Keep it on your watch. Grow was popping up today. Look at this huge move and big volume, 3.6 million shares in Grow. One of our members alerted everybody to Overstock, OSTK. So we got a really nice trade out of Overstock. We got a short squeeze here. We caught that for a nice move up on Overstock. That'll be on watch for tomorrow. You see all this big volume coming in. Now, I'm not saying they're going to do the same thing tomorrow, but we'll have to keep them on a chart to see. IDEX. Another crypto name trying to get up over $2 here on IDEX, so keep it on watch. A volume about 800,000 shares on that one. Over in the oil space, Halliburton is maybe setting up a good maybe risk to reward here. Now, once again, these videos are for educational purposes only. If you happen to take Halliburton and it moves up for you, great. And if it moves down, it's your trade, all right? So these are just for educational purposes, but looks good, holding above the fast moving averages here. May just be getting started. Schlumberger also popped today on the oil numbers. Halliburton looks a little bit better to me. Schlumberger, we tried this one intraday, just didn't want to go for us today, battling at the 50 SMA right now. Halliburton has a little more space up to the 50 SMA, so if you want to check it out. IGC, this one has been very strong in the cannabis space. It popped up the other day. Now it's pulled back to about the 10 SMA. If they can get this one back over $2, might be interesting. The high on this candle is 193, so if you want to try it a little bit earlier before the $2 break, watch 195 or so. INO was popping up today, 4.3 million shares on INO. I didn't trade this one intraday. We'll be watching it tomorrow. I believe it had news too, so keep an eye on INO for tomorrow. INPX. Let's see. Why do I like this INPX? No particular reason, so forget that one. JMIA. If you're looking at an IPO, JMIA trying to get up over these recent highs right here, 2641. Watch it over 2650. JMIA. Now, would like to see some more volume come in. It's usually kind of spready during the intraday. It's not easy to play on JMIA. Gold. GO, grocery outlet, go gave us a really nice trade today over that. We talked about it on the video yesterday. We talked about when IPOs take out their recent highs, you can get nice moves. If you watched the video last night and you got this GO over that 31.56, 31.60 area, look at that pop all the way up to $35 and change on GO. We have members get that one in our service today. KEG, small little oil stock, turning the corner here, up 500,000 shares in the name today, has a high of about 224. If they can clear that 225, 230 area, you could see a move in KEG, maybe a possible swing trade in that one. Mara, nice pop up here today on Mara, another crypto name. MGI moving up in the after hours on that news, should be on watch for tomorrow. NAC, a small little gold stock under $1, popping up to the 200 SMA. Look at this big volume that came in NAK. Check the news on this one. I didn't see any news, but nice pop, big volume. If you like these under $1 names, you might want to keep an eye on it. NBEV was getting a little bit of buying, maybe trying to form a little bit of a bottom here around $4.30, still below a lot of the fast moving averages, and volume 1.8 million on NBEV. A lot of work to do. As you can see, I got all these lines on the chart. Kind of watch it every day, but did get a pop here. If it can ever get above 475 again, might get interesting on NBEV. NETE. Now, once again, this video is for day traders and swing traders, so I try to give you some swing trade ideas too. So keep your eye on NBEV. NETE, trying to get up over this $5 area, rejected there today. Expanding volume coming in. Another crypto name, NXTD, also popping 2 million shares. It's an under $1 name. You see it hasn't been above the 200 SMA in a while. Pops up to it, pulls back. Today it popped up near it, that 95-cent area. Pulled back. We'll see for tomorrow. Overstock, we got a beautiful trade out of this. One of the members mentioned it and gave us some numbers, and this thing moved up nicely. Love the teamwork in the service at Zozo Stockwatch. QEP, possible takeover chatter on this name. QEP, big pop, big volume. Watch this one, maybe continuation move. For tomorrow, maybe a red to green move. It pulls back, reverses back up on QEP. Riot popping up here, big volume. Kind of sold off here in the after hours, so I don't like that on Riot, but was looking good on the chart. So maybe they've come a little too far. Too fast on some of these crypto names, but worth keeping on watch. Roan, another small little oil stock. If they can ever get this one over this recent high here, $1.85 or $1.75 area, maybe it starts to turn the corner. Roan. SPEX recently did a reverse splitter here, a 4 for 17 on the 10th of May. Big volume, expanding volume coming into the name. Keep it on watch. WKHS, still watching this one to see if it'll ever break this $3. A lot of eyes on this WKHS, maybe over that 302 area for that one. AXPA, we actually caught this one in the service today, over 355 for a push up. Wish I could say I held it all the way up to 550, but you can see that it was popping, pulling back, popping, pulling back. So I got a little money out of that XSPA, but a big expanding volume. We'll see what it wants to do tomorrow. This recently did a 1 for 20 reverse split, which means they took shares out of the market. They lowered the float. They did that back in February 25th of 2019. So today, a big pop in this name on XSPA. All right, so that's the video. Please hit the like button down below. Once again, no video for Thursday. We'll try to do a video on Sunday, get those out to you. And it is summertime. I hope everybody is enjoying their summer. Please hit the bell, subscribe to the channel, hit that like, everybody. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and have a very good day trading tomorrow.